Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Onslow County. Those of you who may be heading out and doing a little bit of driving around Onslow County need to understand there is a multi-car collision that could create some traffic delays around the Catherine Lake Road area. Now, the Onslow County Sheriff's Office says crews are on the scene of a multi-car collision at Catherine Lake Road near Cross Lake Lane. Drivers may experience traffic delays due to the crash, according to officials, and they ask that you proceed through the area with caution. Now, this is a developing story. We will have more on the air and online as more information becomes available. Of course, we also want to highlight the encouragement of the North Carolina Forest Service to not do any burning over today and possibly even tomorrow due to high fire danger. Breezy winds and lower humidity again is elevating the fire danger across most of the state today. Outdoor burning is not recommended as officials say dry grass, dead leaves, and other vegetative debris could easily catch fire and spread quickly. Officials are now asking residents to help spread prevention, not wildfire. Before burning, contact your local NC Forest Service County Ranger's office for guidance. You can find links to some of those those ranger offices on our website, WITN.com. And for safe outdoor burning and wildlife prevention best practices, you can also go to preventwildfirenc.org. And of course, with today being New Year's Eve, plenty are heading to either fireworks shows or perhaps even putting on some fireworks themselves. Now, 2 men in Hawaii are facing federal charges for smuggling in illegal fireworks. NBC's Daryl Huff reports.
52-year-old Daryl Gu of Kea'au and 45-year-old Sai Tamura of Hilo were arrested for smuggling containerized loads of fireworks from Wisconsin to Hilo and selling them for 6 to 10 times what they paid. That's been happening since 2016.
Yeah, that's going to be a significant impact to the island. It's going to be safer. Our island's going to be safer.
Court documents indicate the fireworks company in Wisconsin cooperated with investigators who recorded them talking about their business and seized more than 70 pallets of fireworks, guns, and cash after searching the containers on the mainland and the men's properties on the Big Island. Gu is charged with being a felon in possession of the firearms. Tamura does not have a significant record.
It's a significant arrest because it's so large scale and so sophisticated an attempt to bring in fireworks. I mean, you have aliases and money laundering and shipments. I mean, this was not a small endeavor.
The criminal complaint says the fireworks were covered up in the containers by farm supplies. Gu told investigators he had a network of people selling for him. He paid $20 to $50 per firework and was recorded saying he hoped to clear $800,000 in 1 year.
It was ongoing for a period of time, and these folks were making quite a bit of money.
Former federal public defender Alexander Silvert says it's not clear how the scheme was discovered. Most of the undercover work happened this summer. He said the unnamed fireworks company may have cooperated to avoid money laundering charges, but the case against Gu and Tamura appears strong.
According to the affidavit, both suspects have made inculpatory statements against themselves and against each other. So from a defense point of view, it looks like a pretty solid case for the government because of that.
And the multi-agency investigation had the added benefit of being announced the day before New Year's.
They do it with taxes as well, is when you make a bust like this, especially right before a holiday, it sends a message out to both sellers and consumers not to buy illegal fireworks, not to sell illegal fireworks.
And it's a huge safety issue. And so it's going to cause people to pause now, whether or not you're purchasing it or selling it. And I think that's a good thing.
The men made an initial appearance in federal court and had their next hearing set for January 20th. They were then released on $50,000 bonds.
And again, that was Daryl Huff reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast, looking at sunny skies right now, but overnight tonight, cloud cover will be working its way back over eastern North Carolina skies. That will help keep us from dropping back down below freezing tonight, but it's still going to be cold. If you are going out and about, maybe doing some of the New Year's Eve celebrations this evening, you're going to want to have a jacket. Here's a look at what we've got outside right now. 43 degrees in Washington, comes with a west-southwesterly breeze at 10 miles an hour. Making 43 feel more like 37. It is certainly chilly outside right now. Most of eastern North Carolina currently in the low to mid 40s. We do still have a few in the upper 30s. We've got 37 degrees in Manteo, 39 in Elizabeth City, Ahoskie, and Plymouth. The rest of eastern North Carolina's reporting stations all up at 40 degrees or warmer. Not that that's warm, but it's better than 39. As far as your temperatures go, we are about 3 to 7 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. Beaufort, though, holding on to a very consistent temperature profile from yesterday to today. Coming up for the rest of today, we will likely see another 3, 4, 5 degrees added on to what we're seeing outside right now, which will put most of us in the upper 40s coming up this afternoon between around 3, 4 p.m. And we're going to cool off quickly. 5 p.m., 45 degrees, 6 p.m., 43, and then we are into the 30s by the time we reach, I would say, 9 to 10 p.m. at night tonight. From there, cloud cover continues to build, and that's what's going to keep us from getting too much colder. It's also beneficial that we'll have a southwesterly wind in play, and that's going to, again, help bring in a little bit more warmth to the east despite the sun falling behind the horizon. Now, as far as that cloud cover goes, there it is moving overhead. It's not going to be with us throughout the day on Thursday. Yeah, we'll wake up to a few clouds around, but I think most of Thursday is going to be spent under mostly sunny skies, unless, of course, you're watching closer to the Virginia line where we could end up seeing a little bit more cloud cover show up. Of course, that cloud cover is due to an area of low pressure dipping its way out of Canada, moving across the Great Lakes, and again flinging some cloud cover into the east later on this evening. But our next rainmaker is actually the system that is further back towards the west that is, as you can see, kind of sitting over San Francisco, California. That low pressure system will be dragging some of that moisture across the country and depositing it here in eastern North Carolina coming up on Saturday. That's when we've got our best chance of rain over the next 8 days is from that system. Now, we aren't going to be faced with any sort of major flooding issues like they're dealing with on the West Coast right now, but we will get some much needed rain out of that system, and that is important. Now, Friday is looking like a partly to mostly cloudy day. Saturday is going to be cloudy from start to finish. But once that whole system moves off the coast Saturday evening to Saturday night, we will clear our skies out, dry out, and allow our air temperatures to slowly warm back up as we head through the tail end of the weekend and into the start of next week. 51 degrees on Sunday, 55 on Monday, low to mid 60s planned for both Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, that's all we have time for today's noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic last Wednesday of 2025.